Welcome to the Murphy, Sam, and Jodi After the Show podcast.
I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the 3-3-3 rule for anxiety. I feel like we've talked about the 3-3-3 rule for packing, for like a trip, and you guys completely threw that out of the window.
I don't even remember that.
Because you wanted to change
the
shirts every day or 3 times a day, and it wouldn't work for you because you'd be out of clothes like on the first day of your trip. So that's not what I want to discuss the 3-3-3 rule for when you feel anxiety. This is something I recently looked up and read about and learned about, and I need to practice it. I know I mentioned in the show, I guess late last week, that while my mom was in the hospital, I started having anxiety. And I have still been dealing with it, even though she's home. And I don't know why. Like, I know she's home. She survived a very big surgery, and she's going to be fine. And I know that. But it's like my body doesn't know it.
Is it because of your mother that you're having the anxiety?
I don't know. I don't know. What I'm saying to you is that it's almost like once that gets turned on and your body is in that mode,
you don't let go of it.
I don't know how. I don't feel like I'm in control of it. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is I'll be sitting there. It happened earlier this morning. I was out at my desk, out in the little area where our workspace is, where we separate from this room. And I was just, all of a sudden, it was like a ghost came in and just sat down on me. And I felt anxious, physically anxious. And I don't know why. There's no, I don't know why. Now, I'm still in the mode of helping her. I go out there every day.
I was going to ask you that because I know you want to get to the 3-3-3 because I want to know what they are. But you've always said, if my kids aren't okay, I'm not okay. That sort of thing. And so this is not really resolved. It's better, it's improving, but it's not resolved. And so
I don't think it's just that. I think it's just life. I don't know. That switch got turned on because before all of this, my switch was, me, onward. Next thing, keep the wow. I was just on a really good track. I was really myself, and I was rolling in a very confident way. And just, I don't know, it does not feel like it's still connected to that, but maybe it is. It will hit me out of the blue, and I don't really know why. It hit me in the car the other day, and I just tensed up, and I couldn't talk myself out of it.
Are you thinking about something when it happens? Or you're just la-di-da, and all of a sudden,
I'm not really
bam.
thinking about something. It just comes to me. It's almost like you're in a mode. Does that make sense? You have adrenaline or something.
Yeah,
A professional would probably have to assess me to know why.
I mean, I'm not a professional, but I really do think part of it is the unresolved part. If you knew that your mom was able to, walk around, bathe herself, whatever, all the things that she can't really do at the moment until she fully heals,
right?
Then you would probably be a little more relaxed. But in the back of your head, because you've got that mom mind thing where you can always manage like 8-10 things at one time.
Yeah, that's why I don't understand.
But that's sitting back there though, because somewhere in that you've got to that's unfinished business because it's not completed yet.
I think there's a lot of things too. Everybody has a lot of things in life they're thinking about. You're thinking about your personal life. You're thinking about your kids. You're thinking about your career. You're thinking about moves you're about to be making. Mm-hmm. And I've always thought and said anxiety is your mind kind of lying to you that everything has to be resolved right now, and it can't be. You still have to do moment to moment. But I'm just telling you, it has ghosted me lately. It'll just come, and then it'll leave me. But I have no idea when it's going to come. And so I looked up some things about natural ways to manage anxiety. And one of the first things you come upon is, what is the breathing. Deep breaths in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Like count, breathe in, count, let it out slowly. Do that at least 4 or 5 times. I know that already. They also tell you get enough sleep. I am doing that finally.
Did you try the breathing?
Yes, I tried the breathing when it happens to me. But the other thing I found was so interesting. I really want to share it because I'm going to be doing this if the ghost comes back. If the ghost comes back later today or tomorrow or however long, I'm going to start doing this. It's the 3-3-3 rule. It's about mindfulness and sensory, grounding yourself. So you name 3 things that you can see, or things that you can see around you, whether it's your coffee mug, or out of the window or the car next to you or, Murphy, Sam, things that you can see. Focus on that for a minute. That's one. And then you pick something else, your device, or hopefully a tree. Something beautiful would be nice. Make it a point to actually let those things in and look at them. Look at 3 things. It takes you out of whatever worry you've got going on. 3 things that you can hear. Close your eyes and, is there a bird chirping? Is there a buzzing sound? Is it music?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you focus on 3 other things, 3 things you can hear, you will search them out and find them. Even if it's just the hum of an AC or something like that. And the third the third one is 3 things you can move. Roll your shoulders or wiggle your toes or, I don't know.
Jazz hands,
flex your fingers, something like that. And what that does, it takes you out of your mind's racing thoughts about what if scenarios, and it focuses you in the present.
Because you're thinking about the other things you're trying to do.
So the 3, 3, 3. 3 things you can see, 3 things you can hear, and 3 things you can move, which means move around or.
Well, we did that. I think we talked about this in a podcast, a few weeks ago about the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is the same thing. It's the same basic concept, but what you're talking about is correct. You're grounding yourself in your senses, and so the meditation is grounding in the 5
different. It's not all in the brain,
right? It's 5, the 5 senses, 5 things you can see.
Oh yeah.
4 things you can touch.
I couldn't remember that one, Murphy.
3 things you can hear, 2 things you can taste, or 1 thing you can. Whatever it is, you do all 5. But the reason that what you're talking about works just as well, I think the reason they vary the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is so that your brain doesn't get into because 3, 3, 3 causes your brain to kind of get in a static place versus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 keeps your mind moving, changing, staying in the present. Does that make sense?
I guess so.
To
me, it's just easier to remember.
It's definitely easier to remember 3, 3, 3. But the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 one is for the 5 senses.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Anything that you do like that pulls you back into the present, that's the beauty of the mind not being able to do more than one thing at a time.
Yeah.
It's just remembering to do it. That's the tricky part.
So you haven't tried 333 yet?
No. I read about it a few minutes ago. I mean, what I've tried is the breathing thing and talking myself out of the feeling, But I just completely empathize with anybody who lives with anxiety like on the daily, because I do believe that I'll get past this, and I do believe it's temporary for me, but it's horrible. It's really horrible. And I think, honestly, maybe it does stem from that week and a half that she was in the hospital, and I was literally not sleeping well and back and forth and trying to work and do so much. I was in survival mode. I was in what do you call it? Fight mode.
Flight.
I was in fight mode the whole time.
Yeah, and you didn't know what to expect because things were constantly changing.
Right.
There were constantly situations that were popping up to deal with.
And that's life, though. Like, I'm going to be in situations like that again,
Have you tried self-talking yourself and that everything okay?
Yes. Yes. I've done that with the breathing, And, but anyway, I wanted to look up some other ideas. And when this came out, I thought, when this came up, I thought this is, beautiful because I could do that.
Yeah.
I would rather self-talk myself because I feel like that's the shortcut. Come on, Jodi. This is better. This is better. It's okay.
You can self-talk yourself, but you have to believe it too.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I read about that recently is that, but positive self-talk certainly is a good thing. But if you're not detaching yourself from the mindset like Jodi's talking about, then you're really, it's going to come back.
Yeah.
And the other part of it is sometimes we want to try to make something go away and we don't like it when it comes back. But fighting that is actually part of what creates the stress. If it comes back, you just address it again.
You accept it.
It comes back, you address it again. Right, exactly.
Yeah, you have to accept this is a stressful time.
Yeah.
And maybe the self-talk is it won't last forever, but let's manage it in the moment. So the point of the 3-3-3 rule is just to ground you in the present moment. That bird that's chirping that I'm hearing or that coffee mug I'm looking at grounds me in the present moment. And that's what I felt like I was doing. That whole time was just living moment to moment. And I hope to learn from this because I don't think life is, in fact, as we get older, I think life is going to get more challenging. So I don't think this is, I don't.
This is only the beginning?
It's not the end of anxiety. It's not.
Right. Yeah. And I love that you've come across it. I've watched you walked through things like this before in your life, though.
Mm-hmm.
You've had them, the things that you can't shake and you can't let go.
Yes.
They didn't necessarily look like, anxiety.
This is different.
Yeah.
Like it's like it comes. It's like a ghost. It comes out of nowhere, and logically, it shouldn't be. Does that make sense?
Total sense.
Logically, I should have been focused on, hey, we're about to do the After the Show podcast, or the show was great today. Father's Day was great yesterday. But what happens to me instead is this ghost of anxiety and comes into my body, and I'm just like this, and I hate it. So that's why I'm trying 2, 3, because I don't want to I don't want to get medication. I want to learn to deal with it. Not that I wouldn't. If the ghost stays around, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But I don't think that it will. I think this is temporary but serious.